How's it going, folks? Robbie, welcome back to the channel. Back on Forza Horizon 6. Going to show off a little hill climb event I created here on the island. I'll show you now. It's about 3 to 4 kilometers long in total. We're over here in the top kind of right corner, just above the little lagoon area here. So we snake away up through the lovely trees here in autumn. There's, like I said before, there's so many awesome roads in this game, but for an actual hill climb, so many good roads, but they're not quite long enough. Eventually I'm going to make one using props, but for now I've kind of acquired one using this road, and later on at the end it gets a little bit silly, but I'll show you what I've done. So we start here just above where one of the Toge races ends, as you can see right there. I didn't include that because it's going to just make it way too long. And already right now, of an S1 class car that I've tested, it's about 3.5 minutes long to get to the top. So we start here on this little platform. I don't know, I've never tested it with anyone else driving, but you're all kind of stacked up there if you have your friends joining. So it's one at a time. All right, so we make our way down the ramp, try to make that as smooth as possible. This wasn't a hard one to build, except it was time consuming because all these fences. But most of the time you basically follow the road, but there's a few obstacles along the way. We've got checkpoints here and there, which the checkpoints, as you can see, are a little bit narrow. You've got the fences coming out. There's quite a few of these along the way, so you just got to make sure you get your lines and your speed right so you don't smack into the walls. There's a few of these little barriers. I got this off of the some little prop someone else built, but I put them here just to... There's a few of those scattered around just to encourage you to get a bit further out so you don't cut the corner a bit too much. You're not going to be trimming the corner too much because the tyres and the walls there are not very forgiving. Then we work our way up through the first... It's not a really steep climb, which is why I'm going to eventually make my own. But you got to be careful because just around the corner there's a little unforgiving chicane. So again, it's going to take a few runs until you memorize it, but naturally your car's going to be building up a lot of speed. I have put danger signs up at different places just so you can kind of be aware something's coming up. Your first run, you're going to smack into a lot of things. Once you remember the routes and where to go, it is good fun. And it's a bit... I put these in as a bit of a challenge just to add it up. Otherwise, you're just following the road as normal. So we work our way through that, hopefully without losing any paint. We're going to squeeze on along here, build up a bit of speed. Another checkpoint. So again, watch your speed. Obviously, the car's coming out of this corner over here, and you're going to be coming across this side anyway, so it's not too bad there. But then you got to come back across again because there's another barrier forcing you over. It gets a little bit narrow just for a little bit here. We've got another barrier up here on the left. Actually, let's increase the speed a bit. I don't often use this fast mode, but here we go. We've got another little checkpoint barrier right there. This outside, all these barriers on the inside to stop you from cutting the corner, and you can, if you get a certain car, you're going to drift a bit outwards. That's why I've got, well, hopefully if you do hit the outside wall, you hit the rubber tires and it bounces you off. So we've got a danger sign up ahead because it's quite a narrow corner. It's a pretty quick corner actually too, but you've got to be careful. Cut the corner too much, you're going to hit the walls. Run too wide, you're going to hit those walls. A little bit of a challenge there. Got another checkpoint barrier here, so just again, watch your exit line. We snake our way up through these S's. Just around the corner, we've got another checkpoint barrier. So again, watch your speed. As you're coming, this one, I'm not going to lie, this is a bit tricky. You got to, even I've forgotten a couple of times it's there. So naturally, you're coming up here, you're going to build up a lot of speed. You'll be cutting the corner. You can see the problem though with the weight transfer. You got to be really, really careful. You can get through quite quickly, but it's all about your entry delivery line. But there is another one that's a little bit harder around the corner, as you can see. Got to get it really wide. This is a prop I downloaded. These tires don't actually, I probably could change it, but I'll change it another day. But yeah, a lot of these tires don't move. So as long as you get your line right, you're okay. Again, it's just there for a little bit of a challenge to break it up so you're not just following a road in the game, and it gives a purpose to doing it. Another checkpoint here. We come up here, we've got the double chicane, which I contemplated using this little thing as like a roundabout, but I ended up going the double chicane. So yeah, right to left, and you got to come across to the right to go left again. And another checkpoint. We've got a little hairpin here, which has got a barrier here to just to change it up, change the line up a little bit. So we keep on climbing. We've got another little hairpin here. As you can see, it gets a little bit crazy with that thing overhead. I did make a hill climb for Horizon 5 and it had a really steep part at the end, which is what I've done. So eventually I'm going to just build my own one from scratch using props. But just for now, at the start of the game, got another little chicane up ahead and followed by another one just to really annoy people and to see how good the grip of their car is. Nice little challenge to break out the something different. I enjoy my hill climbing, and like I said before, there's so many awesome hill climb roads, but they're just not long enough. But yeah, I'd prefer them to be a little bit steeper as well. So eventually, like I said, I'll make my own. We've got another little checkpoint here, a couple of bridges here now and then just to break up the view of it. Got another tight little chicane here. As we follow it around here, we've got another little hairpin as we work our way now up what I created. Just for a bit of fun, got a little chicane here. Just the idea of the chicane is just to kind of slow the cars down and then see if you can actually get up. It is quite steep. Obviously you can make it steeper. I tried to make it as smooth as possible. I learnt from my last one I built on Horizon 5, which is quite bumpy. They haven't changed the track props that much, so I was hoping for the straight parts to be longer so we can avoid having bumpy sections, but they're all pretty much the same copy and paste, which is quite disappointing. But yeah, it works its way up to the top, and depending on the car, you might get a little bit airborne here, but that is the end all up here. So now we'll just do a quick drive so you can see it in motion. I'm not going to be going flat out. This car's not built for hill climb. This is my Time Attack BMW M4. Not exactly designed for what we're doing, but you get a better idea if you see it in action and you flow through it. Again, you just got to careful those checkpoints. That's where the barriers are. So just, yeah, you got to make sure you get your line right. I've tried to put as many tire walls up and flags, but like I said in previous videos, one of the disappointing things for me on Horizon 6 compared to the last game we had, we've lost so many props, especially flags. I used to use my flags for different things, different color flags we had. I don't know why they've trimmed so much shit out of the game compared to Horizon 5. It's quite disappointing. Try not to run too wide there. Those walls are not very forgiving. Again, just the inside barriers, just watch it. It's a bit of a tight exit. And then you got the little chicane barriers there, but just around the corner here, like I showed you, the next one over, we got that barrier, little chicane, so you just got to watch it. Oh no, wrong one. There it is. So yeah, you just got to kind of watch it. You can sneak through it as long as you're not going too fast. I mean, you can drive any class of car you want up here, but I've been doing in my testing S1 class cars feel really, really good. Not too overpowered. As we hit the wall, my God, driving's bad today. All right, let's change gear up after redlining the shit out of that engine. Again, just watch some of these chicanes. They are a bit tight. That is the one of the props I downloaded. Those inside tires don't move, so you're not forgiving. This is the one I made, and these do move if you clip them. A little bit more forgiving. You've got another checkpoint barrier here. Get over to the left for the next corner because of the inside barrier. Should have put tires on the outside wall, but just maybe try not to hit it. I am not an expert builder. I just throw stuff together for a bit of fun. Like I said before, I love watching hill climb. I've been to a few hill climbing events where I live, well, in the country. They're quite enjoyable, but a lot of the time it's really old 1920s and 30s cars. They're not the fastest, but they do look and sound pretty cool. I've always wanted to actually compete in one, but yeah, I'll probably drive off the damn cliff. That's not an option here because all my barriers are up there to prevent you from falling off the edge. Pretty much everywhere's blocked. As we work our way up through one of the last chicanes, pretty easy. Again, if you've got a really, really fast car, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, which is pretty wide. I usually stick to S1, S2 and X class, just get a little bit stupid through the chicane, slows you down a little bit, then you got the final climb. Again, it's not very steep. You're going to get up it, but you're not powering up it like you would normally do with a car of this power because it is pretty steep, and then across the line, which would be back there, so you're not going to be crashing into anything. But yeah, that is it. Down below, I'll put in the share code, so you're more than welcome to go check it out. Yeah, so eventually I will make my own, literally from scratch all the way down. I was looking at starting down here by the bridge, and then I'll make my own where I slowly work my way up to the top. It's going to be a lot steeper, but that's going to take a while to build. And yeah, it got life. Yeah, it just takes a while. This took, I was doing this a little bit over, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. But building it from scratch using props like these for the road and making your own mountains and with the hills and the trees and designing it and laying it out properly, it does take a little while. So that is it. That is my hill climb event. I hope you enjoy. Bit of fun, something different. So until the next one, I'll see you later.